Your job is more than just a place you go from Monday to Friday. It is more than a source of stress or a way to pass the hours until the weekend. Your job, and the paycheck it provides, is the single most powerful wealth-generating tool you have right now. Think about that for a second. Every 2 weeks, or every month, a predictable stream of cash flows into your life. Most people see this money, get a brief feeling of relief, and then watch it all disappear to bills, random purchases, and things they can't even remember buying. This is not a rich life. This is a life of running on a financial treadmill, working harder and harder, but never getting ahead. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can transform that regular paycheck into a powerful engine for building real, sustainable wealth. You do not need to invent the next big app. You do not need to win the lottery. You do not need to become a day trader who stares at charts all day. All you need is a system. A simple, straightforward system that takes the money you are already earning and puts it to work for you, automatically, in the background. This essay will give you that system. It will provide a clear, step-by-step plan that anyone, at any income level, can use to start turning their job into a source of ever-growing cash flow. We are going to skip the guilt trips and the finger wagging. I am not going to tell you to stop buying lattes. In fact, I want you to spend extravagantly on the things you love, as long as you are conscious about it. Your job is already giving you the raw material. Now, let's learn how to build something amazing with it. The first step is the one that causes the most anxiety, but it is also the most critical. You must know where your money is going. I am not asking you to create a detailed, line-by-line budget where you track every single stick of gum you buy. That is a recipe for failure and misery. Instead, a simple one-time exercise will get a clear picture of your finances. You need to figure out your 4 key numbers: your fixed costs, your investments, your savings goals, your guilt-free spending money. Think of this as a quick financial checkup, not a life sentence. It is about awareness, not restriction. First, let's look at your fixed costs. These are the predictable, recurring expenses you pay every month to keep the lights on and a roof over your head. This includes rent or mortgage, utility bills, car payment, insurance premiums, loan payments, subscription services. Go through your bank and credit card statements for the last 2 or 3 months and add them up. Calculate a monthly average. This number is the baseline cost of your current lifestyle. It's money already spoken for before you've even thought about buying a coffee or going out to dinner. Next, let's look at your current savings and investments. How much are you currently putting away for the future? Automatic transfers to a savings account, contributions to a 401k or retirement plan, money into a brokerage account. If the answer is 0, that is perfectly fine. Do not feel guilty. This is just data. Knowing your starting point lets you map a path forward. This number shows how much you prioritize your future self. Now that you have your numbers, it's time to give every dollar a job. This is not a budget. Budgets are for hoarders and misers. We are creating a conscious spending plan. The difference is subtle but powerful. A budget is about restriction. It focuses on what you can't do. A conscious spending plan is about choice. It focuses on what you want to do. It empowers you to spend lavishly on the things you love by cutting costs mercilessly on the things you don't. This is where you start designing your rich life. Say yes to the right things and say no to the things that don't matter to you. 50-30-20 is a start, but let's personalize it. Here's a sample breakdown. Fixed costs, 50 to 60%. Rent, bills, debt. Investments, 10%. Savings goals, 5 to 10%. Vacations, down payments. Guilt-free spending, 20 to 35%. Whatever you want. These are just starting points. If your fixed costs are 75% of your income, that is our first area to address. If you're investing 0%, our goal is to get that to 10% as soon as possible. The plan is a living document, not a stone tablet. I realized I was spending a ridiculous amount on random lunches and gadgets I barely used while skimping on things I loved, like traveling to see friends. I started bringing lunch a few days a week, a small change that freed up hundreds a month. I reallocated it to my travel fund and investment account. I didn't feel deprived, I felt powerful, finally in the driver's seat. This is the most important step in the entire system. It is the secret sauce. It is the magic that makes everything else work without you having to think about it. You are going to automate your finances. Human willpower is finite. If you have to manually decide to save and invest every time you get paid, you will fail. Life will get in the way. You'll be tired. You'll see something you want. You'll say maybe next month. Automating your money takes willpower out of the equation. It builds your wealth in the background, like magic. Here is how the system works. First, set up a direct deposit with your employer. This is the foundation of your automated system. Have your employer split your paycheck to multiple accounts. If not, set up rules from your main checking account. Goal: paycheck lands in a central hub, your primary checking. Then money flows out automatically within 24 to 48 hours. 2 days after payday. Your bills have been paid, savings have been funded, investments have been made. The flow looks like this. On payday, your entire paycheck arrives in checking. The very next day, automatic transfers execute. First transfer, money to your savings account, rent, utilities. Second transfer, your designated investment amount, that 10%, retirement account, brokerage account. Third transfer, money to separate savings accounts for goals, emergency fund, vacation fund. What remains is your guilt-free spending money. You can spend anything you want, knowing obligations are handled. It flips the traditional model on its head. Save first and spend what's left. It removes the guilt from spending. This simple, automated flow is the key to building wealth over the long term, the single best thing you can do for your financial future. Before you start aggressively investing or paying down low-interest debt, you need a financial shield. You need a buffer between you and the inevitable chaos of life. This buffer is your emergency fund, cash in a separate high-yield savings account for true emergencies only. This is not a vacation fund. This is not a new laptop fund. This is your car broke down, $1,200 repair fund. This is your lost job, cover rent fund. It is the money that lets you sleep at night and prevents one surprise from spiraling into high-interest debt. Your first goal: save 1 month's worth of essential living expenses. Look at fixed costs, bare-bones groceries, and transportation needs. That is your target number. If that feels too daunting, start smaller. Aim for $1,000. Start. Build momentum. Celebrate that first milestone. Even a small fund is infinitely better than none. It flips your mindset from fear to preparedness. You are no longer one flat tire away from a crisis. Next, grow to 3 months' worth, ideally 6. It sounds big. It takes time. That's okay. Automate transfers each payday, even $50 or $100 at a time. It will add up. Keep it liquid and safe in a high-yield savings account. Separate so you're not tempted, but accessible in a true emergency. When my old car died, the repair was over $2,000. My past self would have panicked, put it on a credit card, stressed for months, and paid a ton of interest. With an emergency fund, it was an annoyance, not a catastrophe. I paid from the fund and set a plan to replenish. A potential crisis became a simple inconvenience. That feeling of security is priceless. The emergency fund is your ultimate defense. With your automated system running and your emergency fund growing, it is time to turn to 2 accelerators: eliminating high-interest debt and increasing your income. High-interest debt is a guaranteed negative return. Paying off a card at 22% is like a 22% guaranteed, risk-free return. Therefore, paying off high-interest debt should be a top priority. There are 2 popular methods: the debt snowball. List debts from smallest to largest, pay minimums on all, throw every extra dollar at the smallest, then roll payments forward. Quick wins keep you motivated. The debt avalanche. Attack the highest interest first to save the most over time. Choose the method you'll stick with. Your ability to earn money is your greatest financial asset. Don't wait for review season. Build your case. Track accomplishments. Quantify impact. Research your market. Schedule a meeting and professionally ask for what you are worth. If a raise isn't possible, upskill or take a short-term side hustle. Even an extra $500 a month toward your highest interest debt can shave years. See your job as a dynamic platform to grow your value. Now for the final and most exciting piece: Investing. This is how your money starts making money. Successful investing is simple. Consistently invest in a diversified, low-cost portfolio for a long time. Start with your employer plan. If there's a match, contribute enough to get the full match. Free, guaranteed return. Choose a low-cost target date or index fund. After the match, fund a Roth IRA. Automate monthly, even small amounts. Start today. Don't stock pick, don't time the market, don't panic sell. Your job provides the fuel. This automated investing strategy is the engine to your rich life.